podcast really starts. I watch them often.
Pretty much you just like start talking about stuff.
Do you want to introduce?
Why would we introduce?
Like introduce ourselves.
Hi. My name's Austin. Welcome to Alcoholics Anonymous.
Continue the AM crafting thing, turn it to AM podcast.
AM podcast. Did we have to like record it in the morning or something?
No, that's the joke behind it. We released that.
AM podcast strictly records when the sun's down. Okay. So now you can introduce yourself.
Big Dick McGee here.
Big Dick McGee. Okay. So the first thing that we had wanted to talk about was Cardi B winning Album of the Year. Pretty much undeserved. Like, she's probably the best female rapper, but that's like saying, that's my favorite piece of garbage in the trash can. Like, it's not really like a super meaningful title. An album of the year typically goes to the most successful album of the year, not the best album of the year, and she was really neither. So I don't really see why she got album of the year. I didn't even know she released an album, to be honest. Like, I had to double check.
Honestly, she should have. If it was like a rap album, it should have been either Travis Scott, J. Cole, or
Yeah, because she didn't even win album of the year. She won like rap album.
Rap
yeah,
album
and then some like
She's
weird
not even a rapper.
country. Some like weird. She's a rapper.
Well,
she's pretty. She was like a prostitute, but like she's also a rapper. No, she was a stripper.
She was a stripper. Yeah.
Yeah.
She should have won a rap album of the year. I'm pretty sure that's what she won, right?
Yeah. Cause some weird country girl won like album of the year, and I don't even know who she is.
It's just those no names that go unspoken of, I guess, that win. Who did you want to win at rap or album of the year?
The person who I thought they would choose was Travis Scott for album of the year. There were some other like, I thought the best album of the year was Kids See Ghosts.
I did like that album a lot. It took me a while to get used to.
And I thought the second best album of the year was probably Taboo.
Taboo was okay. I like Kids. That's alright.
I listened to it like 3 or 4 times, and then like every song just I started liking after I listened to it a few times.
I liked Kids See Ghosts. It took me a while to get used to. I had to like give a good 1 or 2 listens, and then I started like digging it, kind of.
That's the way that everything Kanye produces is, because he has such like futuristic production.
Speaking of like rap albums, did you hear that Drake released the 10th anniversary of So Far Gone?
That is the one with the
Best I ever had.
Yeah. Okay.
He released it last night, I'm pretty sure. So it's been 10 years.
So like, is there any new songs? Like, what is it?
I don't know.
Or is it just like the same shit?
I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, but I feel like there's a new song because some of the songs I don't recognize, and I've listened to the album so many times. And he removed the old like version of the album from Spotify and just replaced it with the one he released last night. So it kind of confused me. I was like, "Oh, did he drop?" But I'm like, I recognize the title. I'm like, wait a minute, this is like his 3rd or 2nd studio album he released.
That would be like. That would be like if I took this water bottle, if I had these 2 water bottles, and I took this, like, they do the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I took this water bottle, and I, like, deleted it from, like, Earth. And then I was like, this is the only water bottle you can see now. Like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what he's doing there.
I guess to celebrate 10 years of, like, his success, because that's the album that really got him going in his career back in 2009.
Yeah. I remember, like, when Drake was, like, Lil Wayne's son back in like the early 2000s and 10s. Like anywhere Lil Wayne was on a feature, Drake would be on the feature.
Yeah, for sure. Young Money, Nicki Minaj.
He was like a parasite back in those days.
I mean, we will always remember those Degrassi days.
Yeah, you said you wanted J. Cole to win Album of the Year. Would you like to defend yourself?
I think he did a great job. You know, it was actually, there's another album that I felt like should didn't like notice a little bit more was Kamikaze.
Okay, no. Next.
I like Kamikaze, okay? I thought
well,
for coming out of nowhere, it did pretty good.
There are some rappers that like go super unnoticed. Like there's a guy from Chicago named Saba that he dropped an album I really, really liked. But it just went unnoticed because he's a smaller rapper. Earl Sweatshirt dropped a really good album, but nobody noticed because he's a smaller rapper. So it like you have to be popular to win Album of the Year.
It's a popularity contest for sure.
Yeah, Eminem really isn't popular anymore.
I mean, I still like him. He's one of my favorite rappers. I respect him and the game. But speaking on rappers, you want to talk about Murder on My Mind?
Oh yeah. So YNW Melly was supposed to come to Atlanta pretty soon, and I was thinking about like getting tickets to his concert. I remember like the day that it happened, I looked up his name because I was trying to get tickets to the concert. It's him and some other like schmucks, but it's pretty much just him.
Yeah.
I think he like just got his friends that he like murdered to come out there, and then I see like the news story. He's killed two of his like best friends, like super people who are super close to him, and that just didn't make any sense to me.
You know what's funny too?
What?
He released this song "Murder on My Mind" back in August of 2018, and now he's getting prosecuted.
Well, when did the murders occur?
Before, apparently he did it, and then right afterwards. Well, this is what I heard. I don't know too much about the story, but I heard like he did it, and then just for a while later he recorded the song.
Well, then why is he only getting charged now if it happened all the way back in August?
I have no idea. I'm pretty
So
sure.
weird.
Let me check here.
So like, if he had, why would he murder his best friends? Is like the only thing I'm kind of like stuck on, because like those are people that he's really close with, right?
I mean, hold on. If I can pull up the lyrics here, there's one
I'm
part.
mostly just trying to like talk while you're looking stuff up, so it isn't super boring. You don't just hear like Kevin clicking on his keyboard.
Okay, so and this is like the part of the lyrics that a lot of fans decipher or like encode or decoded. It was like right here. Yellow tape around his body. It's a fucking homicide. His face is on a t-shirt and his family's traumatized. I didn't even mean to shoot him. He just caught me by surprise. I reloaded my pistol, cocked it back, and shot him twice. His body dropped down to the floor, and he had teardrops in his eyes. He grabbed me by the hands and said he was afraid to die. I told him it's too late, my friend. It's time to say goodbye. And he died inside my arms, blood all on my shirt. I wake up in the morning, I got murder on my mind.
Who the fuck needed to decode that? Who was like,
I don't know, I just saw something on Instagram about that. Like, people were like, oh, we deciphered the code. Like, what kind of
this
code
is
was
not like
there?
the Da Vinci Code. This is not like a, what is his name? Nicolas Cage movie. Like, we're not stealing the
I
Declaration.
mean, when you really think about it, it really took us a long time to actually, like, question it. It's like, okay, it's a good song, but then, now, like, right now, we're like, wait a minute. Did he actually kill somebody? I'm pretty sure somebody thought about it, but, like, you never know. It took us...
The song's called Murder on My Mind. That was the first thing I thought about when I heard the song. I was like, yeah, he probably killed somebody.
When I first heard it, I didn't even know who he was, really.
Yeah.
But, like, I saw, like, snippets of him. He does have talent. Like,
Yeah, it kind of like reminded me of that Saba album I was talking about, because he wrote like an entire album about like his one of his cousins dying, and the entire album he's like mentioning this guy named Walter, and you're like, who the fuck is Walter? And then at the end he's like, yeah, Walter got stabbed for a coat. That's so sad.
I mean, I don't know. Do you think he turned himself in, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did turn himself in.
So it's kind of a shame that no one caught on to that, or like no one caught on to the lyrics and the song.
But rappers can rappers can produce songs where they're like, oh yeah, well, I moved 10 pounds of cocaine today, and nobody like questions them. So I think that when it was in the song, people were probably like, oh, he's just rapping for the culture. He's not really saying that he like murdered someone.
I remember there's a video of him like breaking down the lyrics. Like before the video even started, he was like, when I was 9 years old, I think it was on Genesis Genesis.
Is he Genius?
Genius.
Retard.
Fuck my life. Genius. It was on Genius, and
You mean Genesis, the first book in the Bible? YNW Melly was created on the first day.
I got murder on my mind. He was talking about like how he got a gun when he was like 9 years old, and how he loves the look of it.
I just imagine him getting like a little like pellet gun. He's like, I got murder.
Yeah, but apparently that's what he said. He got a gun when he was 9 years old. He loved the look of it, and he just loved guns from then on. So I guess he's always had it on his mind, I suppose.
Yeah. So, 21 Savage also got arrested recently.
And now he's on
Parole or
parole.
I don't know if ICE has parole. I think they just like let you go.
I know he's okay now, but he's still illegally in the States. But he did take a plane back to Atlanta today, or yesterday, something like that, and he met with his mom and stuff like that.
Why did he meet with his? Is his mom here legally, but he's here illegally?
I think both of them are here illegally.
Then why did he take a plane to see his mom? Wouldn't his
Or
mom-
no, his mom and him and his mom both took the plane back.
Okay,
to
so they
Atlanta.
got deported to like UK or whatever.
I don't think they even went to UK. Or did
Then
they?
why the fuck did they take a plane?
I don't know. I
He
guess they're
lives
just
here.
in the air. I guess they're just in the plane, just
Like,
chilling.
remember when like Post Malone's plane got like shot or whatever, and like he was just like flying around New York? I just imagine that, but just 21 Savage.
Just trying to avoid the police. He's like, if I'm up here, you can't get me.
It's a flight.
But no, I feel like he did stay illegal. I think he should be fine. Honestly, wherever he is, he's still gonna make music, obviously. But would there be any charges held against him? Like, would he actually go to jail, or would he just be deported back to the UK?
I don't think that there would be any charges against him, but I think he would be deported. When you get deported once, it's like much harder to get back into the country. So,
Hey, you can still make
like,
music.
for example, if you got deported like tomorrow, and they were just like, you're Mexican or whatever, they're just like, you're Mexican, you're getting out of here, busted. The entry process gets harder because they know you've already been here legally once. It's kind of like if you skip the line at Six Flags, they're going to send you back to the beginning of the line.
Speaking about Six Flags, we are from Atlanta. Do you
Yeah.
have any stories about going to Atlanta?
Yeah, I remember one time I went to Atlanta with you and we stood out in the cold for like 3 hours and this high-ass man was telling jokes about the Underground Railroad. I forget what was it he said. He was like, yeah, so like, we were standing in line to get into this place, right? And there's this like huge black dude with a very nice beard. He had like top 5 beards I've ever seen. And like, he was high as fuck.
I mean, it's Atlanta.
We're standing in line to get into like this club or whatever, and like, dude's like, he's like, what was it? So there's like the normal line for like the subpar beta males, right? Which is like what he was trying to sell us.
This happened back in December.
Yeah, and then there's like this 5 people line where you have to pay like $10, and I don't know why you get clout for paying $10. So he was like, because I was the only white person there. So he was like, come this way, brother, salvation is along the Underground Railroad or whatever. And he was like trying to sell us the Underground Railroad was paying $10 to get into this shitty club.
Yeah, and then we left finally, and he told us we can get in for like 5 or like how much did he say? He like
I
half
think it
the
was
price.
$20 originally, and then it was
He brought it down to
$10.
10. He brought it down
That's
to
what
10.
it was. That's what it was.
He brought it down to 10, and we're like, nah, we're leaving because again, even the line to pay was long, and someone left the club or while we were leaving.
Yeah, and they were like,
Then she's ass.
And we looked inside while they opened the door, and
it's just music and people standing there. Like, no one is dancing. Nothing interesting is happening. It was the most dead thing I've ever seen. And we were supposed to go to a house party, apparently. And then Michael's friend was like, no, we're going to go to this club because it's going to be really cool, man.
it wasn't.
It was very, we just stood in the cold.
We just stood in the cold.
And then when we took the Uber back, we were in there with like that geriatric patient lady. She couldn't remember anything. She asked us if Kobe had retired yet. For those of you who don't know, he retired like 3 years ago. I think she had like dementia.
No offense to the lady, she was pretty chill, but
She was a nice lady, but she had no sense of like time.
she. I mean, I kind of just ignored her. I was just kind of mad that we didn't.
Yeah,
get
but
in.
I had to sit in the front by her.
Oh, yeah.
And then that girl tried to take my pants. She was like, "Let me wear your pants." You remember?
I remember.
I don't remember what her name was, but she tried to wear my pants. I'll tell you that much.
But speaking about like basketball and stuff, What do you think is gonna happen this All-Star weekend?
This All-Star weekend?
Yeah.
It's the fucking All-Star weekend. I think they're gonna have a dunk contest and like shit's gonna be over.
What are your predictions? So we have Team USA and Team World going against each other too. And the celebrity game, I'm pretty sure.
USA.
I mean, I rep Mitch, so I'm always gonna go from USA. But Luca is also on the world team.
Luka? He's like 6 months older than I am. He's
True.
practically a fetus.
I mean, he's been doing crazy stuff this season as a rookie, and he's only 19.
No, he's actually been playing like really well. Like all jokes aside, he's like the next big thing.
I think so too. He's right up there with Giannis. After LeBron, in my opinion, after LeBron retires, if Luka can stay healthy, same thing with Giannis.
His mom is really hot. Look up a picture of his mom and show the camera.
Now I gotta look it up. All right.
Luka Doncic's mom is a MILF. Speaking of MILFs, the next thing we're going to talk about is Pornhub Premium.
Luka Doncic. Okay.
Then you got to type in mom.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Show a picture.
Pretty sure I can focus right there. Speaking of milk, Pornhub Premium, free on Valentine's Day. I know damn well you use that.
Hey man, we can't all have girlfriends. And speaking of which, you might not have one anymore. We just got roasted. But anyway, back to Pornhub Premium. I didn't really want to talk about it because of Valentine's Day. I wanted to talk about it because they had like a 7-day free trial, right? And you had to put in like a credit card number. And I had like this vanilla credit card with like 90 cents on it. So I got it for like 7 days. And those 7 days were like, imagine like the 7 days it took God to create the earth, but instead of that, he was just masturbating. That's exactly what happened.
You hear that, Kevin?
Yeah. Okay. What?
Okay, I don't know if I want to talk about this anymore because you don't correlate masturbation with God.
Hey man, you gave me hands for a reason.
What, to pray? That's it.
No, to eat my fucking meat. Oh my god. And like Pornhub Premium is like the promised land. They're on like 180p. You just look up your favorite bitch's name. Adriana Chaychek for anybody who needs a recommendation. Hit my girl up.
Get her that walk. Get her those views.
Speaking of shitty forms of media, we weren't talking about that. I hate vlogs. I think vlogs are like the most uninteresting form of media. So it's like, this is my house. This is my car.
Vlogs are basically
This is my pet. Nice.
vlogs are basically a way to show off.
Exactly. It's like flexing. Something Little Pump would do.
In my opinion, vlogs aren't that. I used to love watching vlogs not that long ago, but I stopped because people expanded to like 30 minutes, and I don't have time to watch people's life for 30 minutes. But then again, we are recording a podcast talking about stuff.
Yeah, but podcasts are interesting because it's like, I bet you that anybody who listens to this isn't looking at the screen. They're like listening to it with earbuds. Because a lot of the time, if I'm playing a game, I'll have my headphones on and I'll just be like playing while I'm listening to a podcast. That's like what I do.
Yeah, podcasts are interesting to me because you can like listen to whatever. I listen.
Yeah,
to
you can
some
listen
in
to
my
it when
car.
you're working out or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
See, I don't want to start off a podcast because this is like our first one. But
Yeah. That's why we wanted to have like people on in the future, like classmates and stuff, just anybody, so we could kind of like get the ball rolling and stuff.
for sure. But back to vlogging. Is there any particular vloggers you don't like, or do you not know any of them at all?
I do not keep up with vlogging. Does Logan Paul vlog?
Pretty sure he
Oh, what about that guy named Austin? You know what, the YouTube guy who was getting like 14-year-old girls to shake their ass for him?
Right.
He was like, put your asshole on the camera and sing the alphabet while doing a handstand.
I think he deleted his channel or something like that. I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
I said he's Austin, he's not me. We're talking about a different Austin, okay? It's not my jam, bro.
Yeah, he's into 15-year-olds.
Yeah. I think he's gonna be charged with like probably pedophilia. And they were all like, they weren't even 15. I think that they were all like 14, and he did it a bunch of times. And basically, in like his apology video, he was just like, "Yeah, that was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. I probably won't do it again, but I might." It was like the shittiest apology I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't see anything on YouTube. Are you sure his name was Austin? I feel like
Was it Austin Jones? I think was his name. Look up Austin Jones. Yeah, that's him.
That's him.
Yeah. You can just look at his face and tell he liked 14-year-old assholes.
Austin plead guilty for child pornography. Yep. Pedo.
That makes sense.
Austin Jones is horny.
Well, he's my least favorite vlogger. Not Michael. Austin Jones.
Yeah, so that's really don't.
So like when I was driving here, I drove past like the doctor's office for the lady that's working on my shoulder because I have shoulder blade tendonitis or whatever right now. And like I remembered that when I was driving, I didn't say anything funny.
I think the term tendonitis is
all right then.
at least how you said it.
But when I was driving here, I remembered that when I drove to the doctor's office the first time, there was this Asian bastard. And he was like disabled or something because he had a disabled license plate. And like if this was the road, right? Let's pretend this is his car. He would be like this, and I had to like maneuver around him so that I wouldn't hit his car. And he honked at me, but he was like way out into the road for no reason. He was like.
Do you have like big road rage, or do you have like contained road rage?
I don't get mad when I drive, but I just kept thinking he looked like Mulan's like grandpa. Like he was very old and he had like a stereotypical Chinese like beard to mustache thing, you know?
Yeah. Me typically I don't have bad road rage. I just kind of get pissed off with people, mainly because a lot of people are stupid when they're driving. But I don't get mad while I'm driving. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, most of the time I'm just like freaked out. I'll be like, what are you doing?
Yeah. some people don't know like the right of way or stuff like that. Some people are always on their phones, which in Georgia we have the hands-free law, but you know damn well no one listens to that law. Sometimes I'm on my phone, but I'm not like driving while texting. That's kind of risky.
Yeah, no.
Like, I don't know. I think it's a good law, but no one's gonna listen to it.
I text and drive sometimes, but it's because I'm really like good at driving. You know what I mean?
I feel like no. Remember, this can lead into like our psychology topic because we both take psychology at our school, and our teacher was talking to us about it. He was talking about how us as millennials are better at texting and driving than our parents are.
Yeah, because they had to do it on like the phones where you have to press like 7, 8 times to get the letter A or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel like it's true and not true at the same time because a lot of kids from our school, a lot of teenagers do get in car accidents because they're on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we are better than like other people. I know, like if my parents were to text and drive, I know damn well they're probably gonna hit a car.
Yeah, they probably would. One thing is though, like it really depends on how smart you are. Like most people can't multitask, but if you're pretty smart, you like mentally have the ability to multitask. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Like, yeah.
It's just doing two things at once. Just feel about the PewDiePie and T-Series thing going on right now.
The PewDiePie and T-Series. Well, it's really weird because like there's
let me just put this out there. I have never heard about this motherfucker T-Series at all.
Do you think T-Series is a person?
He's not a person. No, I looked up his channel. When I heard about this thing, I'm like, what? Who the fuck is that?
It's like this Indian media company, and there's like 1 billion people in India, so they're all just fucking click and subscribe on T-Series. But the thing is that it, like,
Where's he at right now, actually?
YouTube has been going more corporate recently. Like, more corporations have been running YouTube, and it used to be like just individual people. Like, it used to be PewDiePie.
Smosh was one of them.
Yeah, Smosh was a big one. You remember that guy who used to do all the he used to do all like the skits. He did the one about like the jellyfish sandwich or whatever.
Jellyfish sandwich.
Yeah, Julian Smith. That was him. He used to be really big on YouTube.
There was a lot of big YouTubers back then. I remember YouTube when Minecraft was popular.
I remember watching Sky Does Minecraft religiously in like the 6th grade.
Me too. I did too. I mean, we've all had.
We've all been there.
We've all had regrets. I wouldn't count that as a regret though. I mean, that's a good
You
part.
start talking about regrets.
I like to talk about like Sky Does Minecraft. Like the last I've heard of him, he's basically a Post Malone copycat.
Yeah, he makes like music now. He doesn't do like the whole Sky Does Minecraft thing. I think he like deleted that channel too.
Really?
I think he did. I think like if you Google like Sky Does Minecraft or whatever, you'll get like the Sky Does Minecraft archive.
Yeah, Sky does everything.
Yeah. That's what he does now. See, and everything means like if you do everything, it means you do everything shittily. I'm pretty sure he does everything shittily.
He did Fortnite, and then it stopped. And the last time he posted was a month ago, actually.
A great evil has been conquered.
Get off your damn phone. I'm just looking at the channels he's following now. But speaking about regrets, what's so far your biggest regret this year?
This year? Are we including like only 2019 or 2018?
Let's count
Like-
from November till now.
Oh,
I count like from November, December to this year, because that's where kind of like you gain the gist of like 2019.
probably. There's not like a whole lot I do that I regret. I can only really think of 2. Like at the present moment. And most of the time, my regrets come from me not like being confident enough to say things. You know what I mean? And that seems weird because I get in trouble for like saying things a lot. But there are some people where I like walk up to them and I'm like, "Ooh, you're really sexy. I'm afraid to talk to you." You know what I mean?
What is this?
I don't know. It's my little like Irish jig or whatever.
Back to regrets. My biggest regret is probably
Not taking work-based learning. Yeah.
see, I thought about it and I was like, nah, I kind of want to enjoy my senior year. Fuck, to be honest, I'm tired of being at the school. I want to graduate already, get out, and do stuff, I guess you can say. Not taking work-based was really dumb because I'm broke. Let me tell you right now, I am broke.
Well, if this is successful, you'll no longer be broke. Hopefully.
Hey, see where it takes us, I guess.
So, the next thing I see on the list is Gucci face masks.
He wants to talk about this.
Okay, so like Gucci released these like Sambo face masks, and like if you don't know what Sambo is, just take a minute and look it up. It's like a racist thing for black people, and it has like really big lips and like disproportionately dark skin. And Gucci released a face mask that looks exactly like Little Sambo or whatever it's called, and I don't know why they thought it would be a good idea. Like it's just really bad PR, and it probably decreased the stock of the company. It's a stupid business move, and also it's like not a cool thing to do. So there's that aspect.
I want to look at this picture.
And then while he's looking it up, Katy Perry did the same thing too. She released some like shoes, like slides, and they had the little black Sambo face on the top part of the slide also.
What was the name of it? It was Gucci.
Just look up Gucci mask.
Is it this one?
Look up Gucci Sambo mask, and you'll probably find it.
Yeah, no. That's kind of...
It's kind of fucked up, isn't it?
What? Yeah, look, see, there's a comparison right here.
Do you also get the thing where you're like, sometimes I'm afraid to use the word black, you know what I mean? And it's not even like I'd be using it in a racist way. It's just like, sometimes I'll be randomly talking and I'll be like, for example, these keys are black, right? So I'll be like, I would not feel comfortable describing those keys as black sometimes. You ever get that?
Not really. If you're not making it offensive, I guess you're fine. But I guess I can get what you're talking about. The word black kinda is like a weird word to like put. You know what I'm saying?
I think it just has a bad connotation.
It does have like, I mean,
if you're not going to use the N-word, you're going to say black. Like, oh, that was a black thing to do. You know? But people know what you mean.
I mean, it's like saying, no, that was a really white person thing to do.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
The same connotation. Is another thing is like, I'm Hispanic, he's white. I get made fun of. I mow grass. Yeah, totally. Yeah, and he doesn't season his food. It's just stuff
it's just
like
like
that.
stupid shit. So, another thing I wanted to talk about was I read this story about like a Fox News host who has not washed his hands in 10 years because he does not believe in germs.
He told me this before we started. This is kinda weird.
So, like, he was saying, like, if I can't see them, then they must not be real.
That's really weird to me because I feel like I'm a very not germophobic, but I need to be kind of clean, especially if I'm going to the bathroom or something. I need to like wash my hands. That's just in my case. And other stuff is like, oh, I need clean clothes. I don't like. I play physical sports, but I don't like smelling like shit all the time. You know?
Yeah, nobody likes smelling like shit. But it's like, if you don't believe in germs, why aren't you an anti-vaxxer? Like, you can't work at Fox and be an anti-vaxxer. That's like not a thing.
Don't they always talk about vaccines and shit like that?
Yeah, Fox loves vaccines. I mean, I'm not saying I don't. Vaccines are obviously good, but...
And then you had something here about the word co-host.
Yeah, I did. I think that the word co-host is a really weird word. Because, like, it's the same thing as the word co-pilot. Like, for example, Michael is my co-host while we're doing this, but I am also Michael's co-host while we are doing this. You know, it's like...
Who's the actual host?
There is,
basically, there isn't a host.
Yeah, it's like when pilots fly a plane, there is no co-pilot. They are both a pilot. They both have the same like
experiences. Probably one just has more experience than the other.
Not even that. Most of the time, they have equal training. They have equal experience, and it's just one of you gets called the co-pilot. And I think that what it is it's like if you're going to a bar and you're hitting on a girl, you go like, "This is my co-pilot here, Michael Vaz. I'm the real pilot, bitch."
I don't know what type. I don't know how you're correlating with each other, but okay.
Well,
it's like you're my side man or something.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I really think that it is.
But even then, I'll even say like if I go somewhere, I don't call someone my side.
Like your wingman.
Or wingman, yeah. I'll say wingman. It's just like, hey, it's my guy.
It is my friend,
it's my friend, it's my
boy.
I didn't want to take it that far.
I saw another article too that was like about some girl, and she was like, having HPV is not shameful or rude, but it's like that's a fucking STD. It means you fucked too many people, and God was like, we need to put an end to this.
But what happened if they just caught it because someone else had it?
You know how we were talking about vaccines earlier? You want to guess what there's a vaccine for?
Got you.
HPV. There's a vaccine for HPV.
Got you. Alright, yeah. So, I mean, not everyone can afford it.
It's a fucking vaccine against a illness that you'll have the rest of your life.
Okay, I guess you can put something into that.
Even if it was $100, you would go.
Yeah, because I actually want to live.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Imagine putting that on your grave.
Died of HPV.
It's gonna be people.
That's what's gonna be on your dad's gravestone. This man's dad is an absolute Chad. He has a body count of positive infinity.
All of Cuba.
All of Cuba.
No. That would be crazy. 'Cause I wonder how many illegitimate brothers I actually have.
You think you have an illegitimate brother?
Nah, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I don't. But
I
then again,
have-
that was the 60s or 70s. So I don't know.
I remember when you told me that your dad killed a shark, and then I talked to your dad, and your dad was like, "The fuck, Michael? I never killed a shark. I just punched it." I wanted to talk about was like we were doing projects in language arts, and you had to record videos for products. So me and my friends didn't want to meet out of school to do the videos, so I brought a toaster into the school so that we could do the video like that. I figured that would be easier, right? And so I bring this toaster into school, right?
I'm being cool with Matthew.
No, I didn't make the toast at school. So I have this toaster in my book bag, and there's some toaster crumbs that get in my book bag. And like, I put papers in my book bag because I'm not super organized. There's just like loose leaf papers in there. And
Oh, trust me, I'm the same way.
they kept getting like oils on them. And I was like, oh, it's probably from like the toaster crumbs or whatever. But in retrospect, it didn't make any fucking sense. And it wasn't what it was. It was that I had put a Chick-fil-A Polynesian sauce packet in like the front pouch of my book bag, and it had like popped open, and now there's like filtered Polynesian sauce over like all of my papers. So I have to take all the papers out of my book bag
So,
and then wash my fucking book bag.
so wait, when you turn in those papers, the teacher's gonna be like, "Why does it smell like Chick-fil-A Polynesian sauce?"
I don't think they're gonna have like that specific smell, but they're gonna be like, that shit smells delicious.
Personally, I don't like the sauce, so
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
I love it. I always put it on my fries.
I don't like it. Like, it's just too overhyped. Speaking of overhyped, have you ever had Cheesecake Factory bread?
No, I have not.
Have you been to Cheesecake?
I've been to Cheesecake Factory.
Did you know the bread that they bring out to you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about that. Apparently, and I can say from experience, my girlfriend loves that bread. And I know a lot of people who also love that bread, but when I tried it, I'm just like, it's just regular bread. It's nothing about it. Like, it's not going to like Red Lobster and getting those really nice breads, or getting like garlic bread, or getting breadsticks from Olive Garden. It's not that hyped up. And apparently, I read an article not that long ago about like the brown bread at Cheesecake Factory is like the most addicting, and why people love it so much. And I'm just like, why?
Yeah, there's like a similar thing. Like, my dad's old job used to be getting people drunk and get them to sign contracts. And so he would go to all like these big restaurants. Like he went to Bones. He went to Bones in Atlanta. He's been to Vortex. He's been to like all these well-established restaurants, right? And so he's telling me like, oh, these are such great restaurants, and the best food that we have ever had came from a black man with a single gold tooth in like a...
Going back to our conversation about the word black.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable for me. But like he had a grill behind his truck, and he was stopped at like this gas station in the middle of nowhere, and I was like, yo man, you selling barbecue? And he was like, yeah, that was the best shit I've ever eaten in my life.
Wasn't it like you stopped by it? It was like on the road, right?
Yeah. Did I tell you about it?
Yeah, you told me about it.
Yeah,
I
gold
remember.
tooth black. Oh my god, he's so good. If I can find his business card.
What if it wasn't like actually meat? What if you killed somebody? Back to the
No.
murder among mine thing.
No. They say that human meat tastes like chicken, and what he gave me was steak.
What's your favorite type of like restaurant to go to? Keep on the topic of food.
What's my favorite kind of restaurant? I think that have you ever been to the hot hibachi place, Saki Guru or whatever?
Yeah. I was just about to say the same thing. I love Chinese food. I love Asian food.
I'm trying to think of. Oh no, I know what my favorite restaurant is. It's Little Havana
Little Havana.
in Atlanta. That shit is so fucking good.
Have you been to my uncle's restaurant just down the road?
From Little Havana?
No.
From here?
From here.
No, I've never been.
It's
Oh no, he moved, right? He moved where his restaurant was?
right down the road. I mean, he still has one in Atlanta.
Yeah. I used to go there all the time. He had really good sandwiches too. But it's not Little Havana.
I gotta try Little Havana though.
It is so fucking good. I don't even like beans and rice, and they were getting me to eat beans and rice. And it's like one of those places where you walk up and they have like a paper calculator, and they hand you your receipt off like a paper calculator. Like,
Okay, what do you mean by paper calculator?
like it's one of those calculators where you press the buttons and then it has like a little ream of paper. Like imagine that paper towel thing, but smaller. And then like when you put in the numbers and do all the math and shit, it prints it out on the paper for you. So that's how you get your receipt.
Isn't that like old fashioned?
Yes, it's very old fashioned. They've not updated their technology.
Just like you.
They don't even have like a chip reader.
Just like you. They don't even have hands.
Yeah, they have like this little box of like Cuban cigars that you could tell had been there since the restaurant opened.
How can you tell?
They were fucking old.
But like, do they have dust on it?
Yes.
Because Cuban cigars don't really expire necessarily.
It's not, I can't like tell it's expired unless I like smoked it, but the cigar box was like fucked up. You can tell it had been there for too long.
Oh, okay, so the packaging was fucked up.
Yeah, the packaging.
Okay.
Oh, you know those like notes that they have at restaurants sometimes that say, this bathroom is only for like paying customers or whatever?
No. Actually, yes. When I went to Colombia, I've seen stuff like that. We actually had to pay to go to that.
Not you have to pay to go into the bathroom, but if you don't buy something, you can't use the bathroom.
Okay, yeah.
Those are actually illegal here, and you can report their restaurant and have like the entire fucking restaurant taken down.
Oh, Jesus. Are you serious?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
What?
That's so illegal. Like, because it's, I don't know what the law is called, but I'm just going to call it right to pee. So, like, you have the right to pee, and if you want to go to the bathroom, like, I'm going to the fucking bathroom.
That should be an amendment.
Right to pee.
The 28th Amendment, right?
Yeah,
Oh, woman.
you know that one bathroom next to the entrepreneurship room, that where the, like, genders are flipped to the wrong sides on the bathroom? I took a shit in that girl's bathroom one time. Like, I didn't look at the sign, and my brain was just like shit. So I didn't even like stop to look for urinals. So I like walked in the bathroom and I like sat my ass down and I unleashed chaos upon that bathroom. And like I get out and I go to the sink to wash my hands, like scrub a dub whatever, and like I'm about to leave. I'm done washing my hands. I'm like at the dryer and I see a girl walk in the bathroom and we lock eyes. And I just look like a deer in headlights. And then I just run. I ran like all the way to B Hall.
When did this happen?
I think it happened last year. I ran like all the way to B Hall and then I came back.
I can just imagine. What was it like the end of the day or beginning?
It was during Mr. Rockwell's class last year.
So basically the end of the day.
Yeah, like the end of the day.
Why did you run all the way to B Hall?
I don't know, I was just scared. I was like, fuck. I sprinted. Like, I was running past the team sports kids at like Usain Bolt speeds, because that's how I went. Like, you have to go through the gym.
You see a track coach, you're like, we want that guy. It's like Forrest Gump when they saw him running on the football.
Oh, yeah. Remember when I did that shitty like Harry Potter project for Mr. Rockwell on iMovie Maker and the music didn't start till like halfway through?
Oh, yeah.
That shit was so fun.
Oh, man. But, what are you most excited for this year? To end off the podcast, what are you most excited for this year?
What am I most excited for this year? I'm most excited to go like swim in college. That's really what I want to do. Cause like, I really like swimming, and I kind of want to make it like a lifelong thing for me. Like, you know, some people go to the gym. I want to be the bitch that goes to the pool. And I think that after I swim in college, what I want to do is I want to go into business. Either that or I want to go into actuary science. And that's like the people that tell insurance companies what to charge.
I like anything with business, so I can start my own business and be my own boss. That's really
What are you most excited for?
what I'm most excited for. There's a lot of things to be excited for, really. Graduating is one, going into the new life. A lot of music opportunities, like albums coming out that I love to listen to. I'm excited for music this year, even though there hasn't been any necessarily good albums that's been released so far. So far, in my opinion, there hasn't been any good music this year, from January to now.
Yeah, but what are you most excited for?
The most thing, probably being able to get my real estate license. That's gonna be one big thing.
The fuck are you getting a real estate license for?
That's what I would love to do. It's in the name, Austin. Real estate license.
Real estate license.
So I can sell damn houses. What do you think? Why do you get a real estate license? To sell houses, you dumbass.
Yeah, but I wouldn't buy a house from you.
Why not?
You're
What's
not
wrong
a
with you?
trusting figure. You have a beard.
You trust you. What happened too early with the Underground Railroad guy? Top 5 beards.
Yeah, he had a nice beard, but I wouldn't trust him to like babysit my children or something.
Well, I'm selling you a house. I'm not babysitting your children.
Yeah, but eventually somebody's going to babysit my children in that house, so you're babysitting my children by extension.
Don't take it back to me.
Yeah, you're babysitting my children.
I sell you the house. That's all
No,
you
you're
do.
fucking babysitting my children,
Oh
right?
my god. Okay.
We're done.
So now you're basically telling me I'm babysitting your children.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so you can trust me.
Fucking Canela from Family Guy.